Everything you just told me makes no sense.
This motherfucker, he sat here and watched me.
Who?
He did. Look, he lives right there. He's outside the whole time.
Yeah, that's who called. Stop yelling at me.
That's so f***ed up.
That's f***ed up that a neighbor's watching another neighbor's house?
No, but why would you sit there?
Hey, no more talking. Zip it.
May 27th, 2025, Wyandotte, Michigan. A neighbor's tip about lights in a vacant house at 10:30 at night led officers to a woman exiting a garage carrying bags who claimed she had permission to be inside. The homeowner's son said otherwise. What the body camera captured over the next 14 minutes is a legally precise escalation from a suspicious circumstances call to a confirmed residential burglary, with every constitutional step executed correctly.
Officers arrive and canvass the exterior, and very soon they'll meet the unexpected house visitor.
Excuse me, ma'am. Wyandotte PD. Yes, ma'am. We got a call that nobody was supposed to be here at this house.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that girl from?
One of the neighbors.
They're sitting here all for today.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask your name?
Sure, it's Laura.
Laura?
Yeah.
I got you. What's your last name?
King.
I'm sorry, it was Laura what?
King.
King, you said you come here all the time?
Yeah, I mean, they've been gone for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was having to, like, pack their stuff up and stuff like that.
Okay, so is that what you were doing in here now? You're just helping them pack their stuff up?
I've been here probably, like, maybe 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay. Do you know the homeowner's name?
It is Ruth.
Ruth what?
I can't remember her last name. I think it's Martha, and they call her Ruth. I call her Ruth.
Her name is Martha and you call her Ruth? Okay. Okay. So you were just in there packing up today?
Yeah.
I got you. So if I give the homeowner a call, she'll know that you're here?
Yeah.
I got you. Do you have her phone number where you can contact her?
I don't.
So you haven't been in contact with her?
No, I mean, she had left a note, and I come over and I look for the key. She was going to leave the key here. And so I got the key and went in and just going to start cleaning.
You got an ID on you?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. So we talk to the next one.
I got you.
I'll grab the ID for you and everything. Cool.
Wait, when did you last talk to the homeowner?
Oh, Lord, maybe 3 months ago?
3 months
3 months ago.
Maybe.
3 months ago.
So 3 months ago you talked to them and she said you're fine to come in here and do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, and they haven't even been back.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Where was the key at?
Oh, right there.
How did you know the key was there?
Because they told me.
But that was 3 months ago?
I mean, I had come over here. She said you could come clean and stuff.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the house right now?
No.
All right.
I want to double check the house.
Well,
We can't, but we need numbers, yeah.
cool. 6 to dispatch. Can we get on a unit? Ma'am, go and put your stuff down for me.
Yes. Put the bag down.
Right now you're just being detained, okay?
Okay.
Just based on everything.
Yeah.
Ma'am, go and put your stuff down for me.
Yeah, here. Yeah, put the bag down.
Right now you're just being detained, okay?
Okay.
Just based on everything.
Yeah. The key is right there. The key was right there.
Hey, stop.
Yes.
160 dispatch, one detained. Can we get someone to come on Nancy Street, please? Where's your ID at?
It's in that thing.
It's in this little wallet. Can I look in your wallet and get your ID? Okay.
You got anything else gonna stick me, poke me, hurt me?
Okay.
No, the knife.
I was coming right back.
Right now, you're detained and
So they called the neighbor who initially called to report the woman to get a hold of the actual homeowner as the lady continues to plead her perspective.
have him call the neighbor or the owner right now, confirming that no one's supposed to be in there.
He doesn't have his phone on him right now.
Do you have a number?
It'd be different if I wasn't trying to lock up.
So, well, basically, you haven't talked to the homeowner. Right, never mind, just don't say nothing right now. We'll read you some things. If you want to talk to us, then you can talk to us. Based on what everything you just told me makes no sense.
This
right.
motherfucker, he sat here and watched me.
Who?
He did. Look, he lives right there. He was outside the whole time.
Yeah, that's who called. Stop yelling at me.
That's so f***ed up.
That's f***ed up that a neighbor's watching another neighbor's house?
No, but why would you sit there?
Hey, no more talking. Zip it.
Why would he sit there and watch this? I sat here.
Stop. Just stop.
They sat out there and talked for hours.
Anything about mail, his shorts and hoodie?
So we just got her coming out. I briefly saw a shadow. I don't know if she's with anybody or not.
I mean, I just think they're like,
Yes, if you don't mind. Come on. Well, I know.
That's
it's very. I got her stuff, like the hoodie and stuff.
I got you.
She had jewelry and stuff in her pocket.
All right.
This is him on the phone right now.
Okay.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
you on speaker so you can talk to him.
You're taking your report, but still.
Okay.
That's your caller in the driver's
If
seat.
y'all want to ask him anything,
Hey, it's Officer Dutcher, Wyandotte Police Department. Yes,
sir.
So, what's the name of the homeowner here?
Martha is the homeowner. It's my mother.
Martha. I got you. Are you the one who normally looks after this place?
Yeah, we've been trying to get it cleaned up so we could sell it. I had to move her up here because her health got so bad. I'm in Dahlonega.
I got you. Do you know, is there anybody else that's supposed to be in this house at all other than, you?
No, sir. Me, my mama, that's it.
me,
And yeah, of course, our neighbor over there, he's a good fella.
Okay.
So you didn't give anyone permission to come in at all?
No, sir.
Do y'all have like jewelry and watches and stuff inside?
She had some fake jewelry and some different stuff inside. Yeah, she had a lot of different jewelry in the back bedrooms. We'd cleaned most of the other stuff out, but she did have a little bit of stuff left.
Is there anything else of value in the house that, we need to be on the lookout for?
No, not that I know. We had cleaned, like I said, we'd cleaned most of it out. There was just some minor stuff in there, nothing major.
what did she say how she got in?
So it looks like she broke one of the glass or the little plastic pane and just reached her hand in and unlocked it.
You're all around by it.
This right here.
Right here.
Yes, sir. Well, if I just want to confirm, you do want to press charges on her?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Wyandotte PD, if you're here, make yourself known.
And we'll get the rest of this stuff.
if I was going to take stuff, I'd have my whole day.
This is the lady's. It was on the floor in my patrol car. She said it belongs to the lady. She just had it in her pocket because she moved it and was cleaning. I read her Miranda rights already, and she agreed to talk.
Cool. Appreciate it.
I mean, if I was trying to steal stuff, I would be loading my
Do you have any personal belongings inside there?
No, just my purse that I'm cleaning out.
Just your purse. The jewelry that's on your wrist or anything, is that
No, I don't
yours
have
or not yours? You don't have anything?
No. I mean, if you need to pat me down, you can.
Well, I did that already, but we'll check in and see. Okay. Since you just have rings appearing.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, what about all those rings in your pocket? Whose were those?
I was wiping down in the kitchen, or I was clearing away in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then just stuck them there, finished what I was doing. I would put stuff in the room,
What room?
like their room.
Okay. And who's they? Who's the homeowners again?
The legal authority for the initial stop begins with Terry versus Ohio in 1968. An investigatory detention requires reasonable, articulable suspicion, specific, objective facts that would justify a reasonable officer in believing criminal activity may be occurring. Officers had 3 before a single word was spoken. A neighbor's specific tip that the house should be vacant. Lights confirmed on at the property. And a woman exiting a garage at 10:30 at night. Under the Terry standard, The combination of an informant's particularized tip and direct officer observation satisfied the threshold for an investigatory stop without any additional legal authority. The informant tip dimension of the stop is governed by Illinois v. Gates in 1983, which replaced the prior two-pronged Aguilar-Spinelli framework with a totality of circumstances analysis. Under Gates, courts examine the full picture, the reliability of the tip source, the specificity of the information, and independent police corroboration. The neighbor here was an identifiable, proximate witness, not an anonymous caller who provided specific information about a specific address and specific occupants he knew personally. His tip was corroborated by officers' direct observation of Laura exiting the garage. The Gates threshold was met. As the interview progressed, the totality under Gates built in layers. First, the subject provided 3 different names for the homeowner: Martha, then Ruth, then Sue, across a single interview. Second, she acknowledged she had no phone number to reach the homeowner and had not spoken to her in 3 months. Third, jewelry belonging to the homeowner was found in her pockets. Fourth, the homeowner's son confirmed no one had been given authorization to enter. Fifth, officers discovered a broken glass panel used to reach through and unlock the door from the inside. Each of those facts is independently incriminating. Their totality established full probable cause for arrest well before the interview concluded. The distinction between an investigatory detention and a custodial arrest is constitutionally significant, and the officers executed it correctly. At the moment of initial detention, Laura was told she was being detained, not arrested, and no Miranda rights were administered. Terry permits a limited stop and brief investigation on reasonable suspicion alone. It does not require Miranda. The officer's decision to put a floor under the encounter, "Put the bag down, you're just being detained," was a lawful Terry stop that preserved the officer's ability to continue investigating without triggering the full Miranda requirement prematurely. The most constitutionally significant moment in the video came at sub 120, before the formal arrest. As Laura continued talking and her account deepened its inconsistencies, the officer said, "Never mind. Just don't say nothing to me right now. We'll read you some things if you want to talk to us." That statement reflected a precise reading of Miranda's trigger. Miranda versus Arizona in 1966 applies to custodial interrogation. Once the encounter converted from a Terry stop to an arrest-level detention, the officer correctly halted all questioning and signaled that further conversation would be preceded by rights advisement. That is textbook Fifth Amendment compliance. The phone call to the homeowner's son, Bobby, was the legal pivot that converted a factually ambiguous detention into a confirmed criminal investigation. Bobby stated unambiguously, only he and his mother were authorized to be on the property. No one else had been given permission. And yes, he wanted to press charges. Under the Fourth Amendment, a property owner's explicit denial of a person's authorization to enter eliminates the consent defense and establishes the without authorization element required under Michigan Code Section 750.110a. That one phone call did more legal work than anything else in this encounter. The officer's entry into the residence to examine the interior was authorized under the community caretaking doctrine recognized in Katie v. Dombrowski in 1973, and reinforced by the homeowner's son's effective telephonic consent to the investigation. Officers were not conducting a general search, they were examining a specific question. How did this person enter the house? The broken glass panel they found, which allowed someone to reach through and unlock the door from the inside, answered that question with physical evidence. Under Michigan law, the panel's condition established the breaking element of home invasion independent of anything Laura said. Michigan Code Section 750.110 governs home invasion. The statute requires 3 elements: entry into a dwelling, without authorization, and either breaking in or intent to commit a felony, larceny, or assault inside. Third-degree home invasion under subsection 4. The least severe classification requires only breaking and entering without authorization and carries up to 5 years imprisonment. Second degree, under subsection 3, adds the requirement of intent to commit a felony, larceny, or assault inside, and carries up to 15 years. The physical evidence here, broken entry point, jewelry in pockets, 7 hours on the property supported at minimum third degree, and arguable second degree based on the circumstantial intent evidence. On the intent element, Michigan courts have held that intent to steal may be inferred from the totality of circumstances surrounding an unauthorized entry. People v. Joseph in the Michigan Court of Appeals established that direct evidence of intent is not required. It may be inferred from the manner of entry, the time of night, the absence of authorization, and conduct inside the premises. Laura was found with the homeowner's rings in her pockets. She had been on the property for approximately 7 hours. She was leaving with bags when officers arrived. She could not identify the person whose house she claimed to be helping. Every circumstantial factor pointed toward larcenous intent. Michigan Code Section 750.356 defines larceny as the stealing of another person's property. The value of the property determines the degree of the offense. Under $200 is a misdemeanor. $200 to $1,000 is a 1-year misdemeanor. Over $1,000 is a 5-year felony. The jewelry recovered from Laura's pockets at the time of detention, combined with Bobby's confirmation that jewelry and other items were in the house, established the larceny charge independent of the home invasion count. The charges were not redundant. The entry established the home invasion, and the pocketed property established the larceny. Miranda rights were administered at sub 218 through 219 and confirmed read before any post-arrest questioning began. Under Burglary v. Tompkins in 2010, a suspect who has read Miranda rights and continues to speak without invoking the right to silence has implicitly waived those rights. Laura acknowledged the right's advisement and agreed to talk. Everything she said from that point forward was constitutionally admissible. The waiver was not coerced. She was given a choice, and she chose to speak. Under Tompkins, that choice is a lawful waiver. One pre-Miranda statement at sub 212 deserves separate attention. If I was going to take it, I would have had my whole day. This statement was made before Miranda was administered. Its admissibility is more complicated than the post-Miranda material. Under Missouri v. Seibert in 2004, pre-Miranda statements obtained through deliberate two-step interrogation may be inadmissible. In this case, however, Laura was not in formal custody when this statement was made. She was in the Terry detention phase. Under Oregon v. Mathiasen, non-custodial statements are not Miranda protected. The statement's admissibility turns on the precise moment custody attached a factual question that would be resolved in a suppression hearing. The search of Laura's wallet for identification at sub 101 was consent-based. The officer asked, "Can I look in your wallet and get your ID?" Laura said, "Sure." Under Schneckloth v. Bustamante in 1973, consent to search is evaluated under the voluntariness of the totality of circumstances. No coercion, no weapon drawn, no threat issued. The consent was voluntary. The subsequent discovery of jewelry in her pockets during the search incident to arrest was independently authorized under United States v. Robinson in 1973, requiring no separate consent or warrant beyond the lawful custodial arrest. The post-Miranda interview produced the most legally consequential evidence through the officer's methodical cover story deconstruction. The officer did not confront Laura with the broken panel immediately. He allowed her to build and commit to her account, came to clean, had a key, talked to the homeowner 3 months ago, and then tested each commitment for internal consistency. The 3 different homeowner names, the absent phone number, the 7-hour duration contradicting the 2 hours claim, and the admission run home and get a little something were all extracted by pressing on commitments Laura had already made. This technique is legally significant. It produces self-incriminating statements without any coercive interrogation pressure.
What's the male's name?
I can't remember his name. Her name is, I believe it's Sue.
Okay, because you told us. Go ahead.
I call her Sue.
What about Martha that you told us originally? And then there's another name.
I think that her full name is Martha.
Because it's 3 different names you told me so far. What's her husband's name?
I don't know her husband. I was just talking to her.
Just talking to her?
Yeah.
Several months ago.
Yeah, 3 months ago, right?
A while back.
Okay. So what made you randomly out of the blue, since you haven't talked to him in 3 months, show up to the house?
I've been coming over here sitting.
You have been?
Yes, and you know, he sees me today.
Hey, I know. He didn't see you at all. He saw the lights on in the house.
How'd you get in the house?
The key.
Where's the key at?
It was up under the thing I showed you.
There's no key there.
Where's the key at
You
now?
took the key.
I didn't take the key.
Alright.
I'll go double check, but
And listen, y'all, you gonna make your
Did you say she has more stuff in her? She had more rings or jewelry?
yeah, it's over there on the counter. She had.
I
She,
got
had
everything
it right here. Right here.
what color was the key? Was it gold? Was it silver?
I want to say it was silver with it had like a key ring on it.
What did it have? Was it like a?
It was like a long silver key ring.
And was that in your pocket? You said.
Yes, that was.
Okay.
And then there was a watch or something. I think you grabbed that.
Yeah, there's a watch in there. Yeah, there's no. I'll go double check, but there ain't no key there. So it's been 3 months since you physically, or you've talked to the homeowners. You said
months, yes.
several months. Okay, so several months.
A while.
So you've been coming back and forth. You said, right?
Yes.
Was there any damage to any part of the house? Was there any damage to any part of the door that you recognized? Was there anything that was out of the ordinary that may have been? You thought that was that's weird. That wasn't there before. Since you've been coming around here so often.
Not to my.
Not to your knowledge?
My knowledge. I mean, everything looks pretty much the same.
Okay.
And I would come and sit and wait to see if somebody would, come home.
Why would you do that?
To talk to her, to come on in the house and finish cleaning up and help me pack and stuff.
Help him pack?
Yeah,
Okay.
because a lot of the stuff's, packed up.
Not really. Not too much.
I mean, there's not a lot in there.
If you've been coming for the last 3, 4, 5 months packing and doing stuff.
I would say I've only come maybe twice.
Only twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time did you get here tonight?
About 3.
About 3 o'clock?
Maybe 2 or 3.
What time do you think it is now?
I thought it was about 9 or 10.
Okay. So you've been here for, 6 hours?
Yeah, and I was just hanging around, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and see if the key. And I got the key. I mean, they said I touched it.
All right, I'll go double check, make sure the key. But you didn't notice anything wrong with the door? Nothing missing from the door? Nothing broken from the door?
That glass thing was missing, but
When did you notice that? Because I just asked you that. You said no, everything was...
I didn't. I know that's what you're asking about, but I didn't notice it at the time. It didn't strike me as odd.
So when I just asked you if anything's been broken, missing, out of the ordinary, you just said no.
No, I didn't really pay attention to it.
Were you under the assumption that you could take all the jewelry and stuff? Because if you're just here packing and cleaning...
No, I was under the assumption I'm going to wipe this down and take this where it goes. And just run home and get a little something. That's why I was locking up for dinner, and I was going to come right back. I wasn't under any assumption at all. I was here doing, what I was doing.
The officers receive an A. The legal foundation was correctly established at every stage. Terry stop on 3 independent objective facts. Telephonic victim confirmation that converted civil ambiguity to criminal evidence. Miranda cutoff executed at the precise moment custody converted. Physical evidence documented from the broken entry point. And a methodical post-Miranda interview that allowed the cover story to collapse on its own inconsistencies. The only minor deduction is the officer's statement at sub 117 that it would be different if I wasn't trying to lock you up, which imprecisely pre-announced the custody determination. It did not create constitutional exposure, but it was cleaner before that phrasing. Laura King receives an F. She entered a residence without authorization by breaking a glass panel. She was found with the homeowner's jewelry in her pockets. She provided 3 different names for the homeowner. admitted she had no contact with her in 3 months, and was present for 7 hours, not 2, as initially claimed. When asked whether the door was damaged, she said no, then acknowledged the broken panel when pressed. Her outrage at the neighbor who called police that a neighbor would watch another neighbor's house is the most revealing audio in the video. It reflects the perspective of someone who believed she was operating without observation, not someone who believed she had permission to be there. 3 lessons. First, Terry v. Ohio's reasonable articulable suspicion standard is fact-specific, not formula-specific. What matters is the combination of independently corroborated facts available to the officer at the moment of the stop. A neighbor's particularized tip plus direct officer observation plus time of night plus an occupied but supposedly vacant property satisfied the threshold before any exchange of words. Officers who document each discrete fact supporting their RS assessment produce the legally defensible record required if the stop is later challenged in a suppression motion. Second, Michigan Code Section 750.110 A's intent element does not require a confession or a witness taking. Michigan courts infer larcenous intent from the totality of circumstances, the manner of entry, the time, the absence of authorization, the condition of the interior, and the physical evidence on the suspect's person at the time of contact. Laura did not need to say I was stealing for the prosecution to establish intent. The broken entry, the nighttime presence, the 7-hour duration, and the jewelry in her pockets built the inference before she answered a single post-Miranda question. The evidence was already there. Third, the pre-Miranda cutoff at sub 120 was the single most important constitutional decision in this encounter. The officer's instinct to halt conversation before administering rights rather than continuing to question Laura and risk a suppression motion is precisely the judgment that keeps prosecutions clean. Suspects who are questioned before Miranda is administered in a custodial context generate admissibility problems that can unravel otherwise solid cases. The officer's willingness to say "don't say nothing to me right now" and pause the investigation to administer rights reflects training and discipline that directly protected the integrity of every statement made afterward. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts on the case in the comments below, and check out Street Bodycam for more police interaction and courtroom content.